gentlemen, it's time for the next plenary session, and we have the topic, and I think we have the panelists are waiting since long. They are not even going for the lunch. So I think we should invite them on stage. The session topic will be a presentation of the innovation and success stories. And we have the panel head. I request, please give it a hand and let's welcome none other than Dr. Sania Siddiqui, founder and director of Humoji Foundation. Give it a hand, everyone. And on the same panel, we have Ms. Anju Bisht, the managing director of Saukanya Foundation. Please, I request, kindly join us on stage. We have the another panelist, Mr. Vikas Bhagaria, the founder of Peace Safe. I request, please welcome the another panelist, Mrs. Anika Vadhera, VP Marketing Sirona. And please welcome our final panelist, Ms. Asavri Kane, founder member of the Padcare Labs Private Limited. Everyone, please give it a hand. Let's welcome to all the panelists. This is going to be a very exciting session. Let me tell you, the panel head is waiting since quite long. So I think this is going to be worth the wait. And we have everyone on the panel. I think you are all ready for the session. Great. So now, hand it over to the panel head. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it a hand for Dr. Sania Siddiqui. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello. A very good afternoon to everyone and welcome back to the session which is usually known as the graveyard session because it is post-lunch. Most people are sleepy. They don't want to listen, but I request you to join me in listening to this session because it is going to be a very different one and inspiring as well. So I'm Dr. Sania Siddiqui. I'm the founder director of a social initiative based in Pune by the name Hamjoli Foundation. Welcome to the plenary session on best practices in menstrual health and hygiene, innovations and success stories. I had written MHM. The brief I was given was best practices in MHM. But listening to Mr. Asif in the morning, I'm going to make sure from next time onwards, I'm going to refer it as complete menstrual health management, not the abbreviation, to normalize it. So this session, as you know, is going to be about innovation. Innovation, as we know, is something to create new. Innovation is also turning something from what if to what next. This session gives us the chance to learn from the real, proven, meaningful experiences, examples that didn't sound good only on paper, but actually moved communities, shifted mindsets, and improved lives of menstruators. And as we all know, for centuries, menstruation has been treated as a monthly liability or reality and a lifetime taboo. Now, innovation steps in exactly at that intersection where silence meets solutions. Because today we are not only going to be talking about products, we are going to be talking about ideas, courage, creativity, design and technology to rewrite the menstrual experience. It's my absolute pleasure to lead this distinguished panel today, a space where we'll explore how innovation is helping us learn faster, adapt better, and design smarter solutions for menstruators. We are joined by a remarkable panel, each bringing a fresh perspective and a powerful innovation. Let me introduce the panel to you. So we have Ms. Anju Bisht. She has already been on the panel and in the inaugural ceremony and needs no introduction. Then we have Mr. Vikas Bhajaria, who's the founder of Peace Safe. We have Miss Anika, who's VP Marketing, Serona Hygiene, and we have Miss Asavri Kane, founding member, Padcare Labs. But as you listen, I invite you all to ponder over these three questions when you are listening to them to make this session more impactful and for you to take some learnings back. What is the breakthrough idea that they have created? How can these lessons help you and strengthen your initiative? And what solutions can be replicated in the initiative that you are doing? So please join me in welcoming our first presenter, who is Ms. Anju Bisht, Managing Director, Swakhyam Foundation, a champion of sustainable menstrual choices. She turned the humble cloth pad into a national movement of dignity and eco-consciousness. So ma'am, I think you don't want to present. You want to be in the Q&A session. So I'll come and take it. Hello. Yeah. So ma'am, we heard in the inaugural session that doctors using reusable products to treat conditions such as PCOS and PCOD. This is an innovation in the sector for sure. So please tell us more about it.
Sure, Dr. Sania. Thank you so much for this question. You're a doctor yourself. So, feel free to correct me wherever I'm wrong. I have been learning myself so much more about PCOS. So we have worked in the menstrual health space. I think folks at the back, if you just lower the volume a little bit.
Ma'am has really some very insightful nuggets to share, so please listen to what she's saying.
So we have worked in the menstrual health space. We started off as a research project in a university, and then cloth pads were launched. We were working in rural areas for the longest time, very inspired with work that Ramalia has done and so on. In this decade-long journey, 2014 to 2020-25, I think it was only the last 2-3 years it took us this long to understand. Because why? A, taboo. B, we don't speak about it. What am I really talking about? I'm talking about PCOS. PCOS stands for Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. And today it is a condition, it is a pandemic-like situation. It is a condition that affects more than 8 crore girls in India. And that's just the official figures. Periods don't come on time. Periods are delayed. When they come, they are very heavy. They are very painful. There's acne because of the hormonal, disruption. There is hair growth on the face in places where we don't want because of the increase in the male hormone in our bodies. So PCOS is a condition that affects a large number of menstruators today in India. We never heard of things like this when we were growing up. Never heard about it. Today the official figures are 1 in every 4 or 5 individuals, which means 20% of the menstruating population or 25% of the menstruating population has PCOS. And like I said, it took us a decade of working in this field. And where do you see PCOS? You won't see it in rural areas. It's more so-called lifestyle disease. You will see it more in the urban areas. So when we are doing awareness workshops in colleges, when we are sort of promoting reusable products in urban spaces, that's when we come face to face with this. Now we are working with doctors who are prescribing reusable products to girls who have PCOS. And it has been sort of, how should I put it? There's so much literature, so much scientific literature today that has tested popular disposable sanitary napkin brands that are available in the market. Of course, PSafe, they are known for their biodegradable, non-toxic sanitary napkins. So we are not talking of that category. Same with Sirona. But the ones that don't make, they are what they are. They are non-biodegradable, but more than that, there are so many toxins and chemicals in these disposable sanitary napkins that affect our endocrine system. And there's plenty of research today. There's plenty of research in India in the last 3 to 4 years, published in good journals that has documented this. So today when we work with doctors, it's easy for folks to, in hindsight, to say that yes, this makes so much sense. We can, connect the dots. This research paper is saying this. Of course, this leads to endocrine disruption or disruption of our hormonal system. PCOS is a condition that happens because of our hormones being disrupted. This narrative has to become commonplace. It cannot remain in scientific journals only. It has to, because there are generations of girls that are suffering in silence. Our experience has taught us that it is a COVID-like situation really. And the doctors who are here may perhaps agree. We are working with some of those doctors who are prescribing reusable products to treat such conditions. A, in terms of the number of girls who are affected, and B, the kind of suffering that the girls go through, but in silence. So, using reusable products to help women with menstrual disorders, I think that is a thing that needs to become more commonplace. And that's kind of the innovation that I wanted to highlight.
Rightly said, ma'am. And as you have also mentioned that I think availability also needs to be taken care of. The reusable cloth pad needs to be made available just like any other regular pads are. So, rightly said, ma'am. Coming to my another question, that Saukyam Foundation has also started a very interesting initiative by the name CARE. Please elaborate on that.
Thank you, Sanya ji. And yes, CARE is also trying to solve the problem of access that you mentioned.
Okay.
So we are working with about 45 college campuses in India now. And some of you in this room are partners. You're either menstrual cup makers or your period panty makers or your reusable pad makers. We make sure campus stores stock these products. CARE stands for Campus Action for Reusable Essentials. And it was a program launched not too long ago. It is in response to the PCOS pandemic-like situation that we encountered. How do we introduce girls at a young age who are most at risk for these kinds of problems? Today, reusables are mostly only available online. Of course, again, we have, innovators, Sirona, PSafe, and so on, who are making them available in offline spaces, and, huge respect for that. But for the most part, they are available online. Why do stores not want to carry them? Why does a store not want to carry a reusable product? A disposable product is something that keeps getting bought every month. A reusable product will be bought once, and that customer will only return 3 years later. So business model-wise, it makes no sense for a distributor or a shopkeeper to cannibalize their own. So what we are doing is we are going where the users are. We are going to the campus stores, and we are making these products available in the campus stores. At the same time, we start a CARE ambassador movement, wherein a small cohort of girls starts making a shift. They may buy a period panty, or they may buy a menstrual cup. Sometimes, very often, they may buy like 2 products. So, this in a sense is Project CARE, and we invite product manufacturers to partner for the cause. We hope that we can scale this program to many more campuses in India.
Indeed, indeed. Talking of innovation, I have last one for you. We have seen disposable pads starting from the cloth, then came the disposable pads, tampons, moving to cups, and of course the cloth pad. Do you think any new innovation is coming up? Any new product?
So, I think it's a very interesting question. Are new products coming up? Are new products needed? I think in this room here, we have all the solutions. The necessity is to come together. Here, the panel here, starting with, you'll hear about their work. Closing the loop with disposable sanitary napkins, recycling them, collecting the waste and recycling them, making a plethora of products available so that it is up to the menstruator to choose what they find most comfortable. Again, Sirona and PSafe both have done, wonderful work in this. So, the products are there, the solutions are there. It is just that they need to be scaled. The disposable needs to be known and called out as the bad idea that it is. There can never be Mother Nature. Where is finally everything coming from? Mother Nature, you cannot have a system where you are just taking, making. What are you taking? Maybe you're taking the raw material, you're making something, you're using it and throwing it, and that's it. We can never have systems like this. Mother Nature does not have infinite, pool of resources that you can keep doing that. So disposable needs to become known as the bad idea that it is. It has led to a lot of problems, such as the PCOS-like pandemic-like situation that I spoke about. The solutions are all there in this room. They just need to be scaled. That's all that is needed.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Anju. Thanks for those valuable insights. Moving to our next guest, who's Mr. Vikas Bajaria, needs no introduction, founder of PSafe. I've written 2 good lines also for you. A trailblazing entrepreneur who transformed a simple idea of hygiene into a household revolution across India. So, Mr. Vikas, I would want to know from you that when you launched your first product, how did you balance the innovation with the market need?
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanya. Thanks for having me here. Sai Damodaran sir is not here, but thank you so much. When my first product, 2013 toilet seat sanitizer, we discovered, fortunately I can say the first product in the world coming out of India. It took me 3 years to realize that I can make a brand out of it. So the data shows that around 200 million women worldwide were suffering from UTI. 10 million in India alone. So we don't eliminate UTI, but we can help reduce the risk of UTI by helping them drink more water, not hold on the pee, and can go and sit on the sanitized toilet seat. So the idea, if you're selling an idea packed in a bottle and say that it will help you reduce UTI, you can imagine how difficult it is. Just like when we go and promote reusable stuff against disposable, it's so difficult. So it was same with me. It almost took 3 years to realize कि नहीं मुझे इसमें से brand बनाना है. Though we sold to around 100,000 women in 3 years. But I think what helped was the more and more women started using it, and with doctor like yourself started recommending people, prescribing to people that okay, this can help while it's no harm in trying it. So in the end, I can only say that the users, if they come and promote the product basis on the benefit which they are getting it, then only the innovation will see the light of scale. And I think that will also happen in our reusable category. Unless and until user adopt it, it will be very difficult for each one of us to promote those kind of products.
Rightly said, sir. what emerging gaps or opportunities? See, innovation is an ongoing process. So we already have a lot of products with us, but I'm sure there are more in the innovative stage. So what do you think are the emerging gaps of opportunity for upcoming and new entrepreneurs in this female health and hygiene ecosystem?
Again, a very good question. I'll say that as of now, we should not look for new innovations.
Okay.
Over the last 10 years, we have seen in India menstrual cups, reusable pads, reusable panties, disposable period panties. Of course, I'm sorry I'm using the word disposable, but you know,
One-time
we
use.
have to learn that as well. So these products should go deep into uses. You know, when I started in 2017 as a brand and 2013 as a product, so 2017, the penetration of the period care product in India was 17%. So out of 100 menstruators, only 17 were using it. Last year, government says it has gone up to 30%. Commercially, another 15%, which government distribute free of cost. So the opportunity lies in, you know, scaling the products which are already there. So I think the innovation should come in how people should start using it. I think that's why the menstrual hygiene management and the Gramala is doing this kind of stuff, that we need more and more people. You know, I know so many of you who goes right on the road and train people and educate people and bring more and more people into the gambit of menstrual hygiene. I think that's where the innovation is required. Many a times we start with passion. We reach a stage, but unless and until the passion meets the commercial, it won't go long. So we need to have innovation in how we can commercially make it viable, so that all the entrepreneurs can start making money out of it. Because if you don't do it, you can do it to a certain period. Because aapko ghar bhi chalana hai. So it takes time. And I think brand like Sirona is doing amazingly well. You know, other brands as well. You know, I always say to Deep that, and to other entrepreneurs, that we need more and more people in menstrual hygiene product, because the pie is so small, and we need to make it big, and everyone has chance to grow. So we still need to, even to go to the size of Sri Lanka, where we have 98% penetration versus 37% penetration in India. So the innovation is penetration.
So now you also tell us that does every innovation is business viable? Will it commercially convert into a successful business?
No.
No.
So I'll give you one example. I wake up in the morning with 1,000 ideas and go back to the bed with 1,000 ideas because I don't know how to execute. So
Right.
innovation lies in execution.
Execution.
If you
Correct.
can execute your idea, it can scale it up.
True,
Otherwise,
true.
it won't.
Very well said कि innovation हो गया लेकिन लोगों तक पहुंचाना और लोगों का usage important है. So thank you, Vikas. And I think you also want to share an AV.
Yeah. So.
We have the AV ready. Actually.
Yeah, so I was told to present something, but I said I will speak. So we have created one video 3 years back about the journey of menstruation from cloth pad to cup. It's a almost 2.5 minutes video. If you,
We would love to see that.
It was done
Yes.
on the World Menstruation Day. It was all in-house, so hope you like it.
Yes, yes. Can we have the AV please for Mr. Vikas? Yeah. Okay.
उन दिनों दर्द का एहसास कुछ ज़्यादा हुआ था। घर के बाहर सोना भी क्या, दर्द से करवटें बदलना। पीरियड्स में कपड़े की जलन से अब मेरा शरीर भी टूटने लगा था। जिन हाथों को किस्मत रचने के लिए बनाया था, उन्हीं हाथों से चोरी छुपे कपड़ा मिट्टी में गाड़ना अपनी आदत बनाया था। जिंदगी के इस हिस्से से लड़ाई अभी खत्म कहाँ हुई थी। तभी तो कपड़े को मैंने अपनी ढाल बनाया था। समय बदला, हालात बदले, पर मुश्किलें वहीं रहीं। पहला खून का दाग मेरे कपड़ों पर शायद कुछ ज़्यादा गहरा लगा था। तभी माँ का मुझे डांटना, खींच कर अंदर कमरे में ले जाना और चोरी छुपे अखबार में पैड लपेट कर देना उन्हें शायद थोड़ा ज़रूरी लगा था। मेरी अपनी पसंद के खाने में भी पाबंदियां बढ़ी थी। पीरियड्स में अचार को ना छूने देने की अजीब सी समझ थी। आज़ादी से ना जी पाने की वजह कहीं आने लगी थी और एक बार फिर से मैं वहीं सहमी बैठी रही थी। बदलाव की तरफ जो कदम बढ़ाया, कपड़े को छोड़ साफ और सुरक्षित विकल्पों को मैंने अपनाया। शुरुआत में थोड़ी सी घबराहट हुई, बेचैनी हुई मेंस्ट्रुअल कप को अपनाने और इस्तेमाल करने की जब मेरी शुरुआत हुई। बदलाव के एक कदम से अब कई मुश्किलें आसान हैं। सबके साथ और अपनेपन से मेरा जीवन खुशहाल है। जिंदगी की परेशानियां घटी, मेरे अपनों से दूरियां मिटी। आत्मविश्वास के साथ आगे बढ़ना आसान हो। लोगों की सोच में जब बदलाव हुआ। This menstrual hygiene day, lead your life towards a better and sustainable future.
Nice. Very nice. Indeed, a very promising and positive video on change and innovation.
There's one disclaimer. In no sense we are saying that cloth pad are bad. It's just that we were promoting menstrual cups. We are still one of the highest seller of reusable pads, but it was more about menstrual cups.
You know, reusable pads, menstrual cups, period panties all need to look at themselves as part of the same solution set.
Yes, indeed.
There are a lot of reusable pad users who will use a menstrual cup on the first and second day. Third, fourth, and fifth day, it's harder to insert a menstrual cup. They will use a reusable pad. We are reusable pad manufacturers. We take so much pride that on Amazon, they are the number one, I think, and they are the number two. And we take so much pride in that because reusable pads is growing as a category. So,
I must say that, and whole credit to Sirona, Deep, and Anika. So we always fight between 1 and 2. So it's not that we are one. Today maybe they, but tomorrow we may be. But again, it's about category. We have to work together. Yeah.
Yes, and everyone is working towards the one cause of sustainability. Anika, moving ahead to you, and welcome to the panel. Would you like to explain a bit? Do you have a presentation you want to do, or do you want to talk about the innovations that you have?
I can just quickly take you
Okay,
through
you
the
can run
presentation and cover the
Yeah.
innovations. So at Sirona, we believe that menstrual health management, as you said, it's not just about products. It's about accessibility. It's about education. It's about services. It's about technology. It's a complete ecosystem that makes menstrual health easy to manage and easy for any woman through her lifestyle. It's 30-40 years of her life. So, our latest innovations that, we've, after launching a complete range of products for period support, we also thought that we should offer, services that help make it easier for women. So, our latest innovations that we've done is, we thought like, why not create support on the most commonly used app that women use. So, WhatsApp, everyone has it. The urban, rural, people are using it in different ways. So why not help them through WhatsApp help making period tracking easier.
Okay.
So we launched, India's first period tracker on WhatsApp. You just enter your details and you can maintain your period dates on WhatsApp.
So it's not an app like an
It's
iOS
not
or
an
an
app.
Android.
No, you don't need to download
because
anything.
the flow is there and lot many
No,
other.
nothing. You just
Okay.
put in your basic details.
Okay.
You can just move on the slides. You'll just go ahead. Yeah. So on on WhatsApp, you enter your details. You can track your periods. The other thing that we offer again on WhatsApp is there's so much misconception. Knowledge is not complete when it comes to menstrual health. Even women have so many things they don't know about or the
Right.
questions you want to ask. Things keep changing all through your life. So we've created the first AI bot on WhatsApp. We call it Sia, and she's your assistant to help you understand. She will help you answer, what is happening. You can ask her any questions that you normally don't have
Okay.
answers to. So yeah, these are some of the, latest, things that we thought that as we move ahead in the journey of menstrual health, we should, it should become easier for women. And of course, products, all brands offer is menstrual cup, period pant. We know all the products. What we also at Sirona thought that, accessibility should not be an issue, and hence we have a lot of vending machines
Okay.
at airports,
Yes, yes, we
at
have seen
malls now that, so that women don't have to run for period products because a lot of time you forget you have product, you're traveling,
Yes.
you're out and
Doesn't
about
send
and
a WhatsApp
periods
message that
always
is-
come unannounced. So through vending machines, we're helping it make
Right.
more accessible. And of course, content plays a very, very big role in education. So when through colleges, through our campus ambassador program, we're doing offline activations like the Sirona Range Room around breaking taboos, or there is Pad Kyun Chupa Rahe Ho campaign that we have done.
Okay.
Normalizing the fact that it's okay to carry a pad in
Carry
your
a
hand.
pad.
You don't have to hide it in your
Right.
pocket or, even at home, families, there is taboo associated with it. So we've been doing a lot of campaigns to educate, to normalize periods, break taboos around it. And, this was one of the campaigns where we thought we should also tell men what period pain is all about, how bad it is at times, so they also understand. So yeah, content we're creating, and in terms of content, it's not just content around the category, but expert content where our YouTube and Instagram channels we've got doctors to educate, share information, myth busting. So creating a
Right.
lot of social content.
So basically, everyone is a Google doctor these days.
Yeah.
So providing credible and right information at the right platform is
Is
the innovation
also
that you have done,
yeah,
and through
so-
WhatsApp, that's really incredible. Wonderful. So since we are getting the cues to wrap it up, great. So moving forward to our next presenter, who is Miss Asavari Kane, founding member of Padcare Labs Private Limited. A young innovator redefining menstrual waste management by turning taboo trash into a tech-driven transformation. Last 10 minutes. Okay. So quickly, maybe then do you want to talk about the innovation that Padcare has done? Okay, just quickly introduce them about the innovation. We'll take the Q&A then. Do you want the mic? Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Hi everyone. So I belong to Padcare, and we started with Padcare back in 2018. A lot of beautiful conversation is happening about how disposables are not really good, and plus one to that, it's not like we are promoting disposable pads. But again, we all understand that disposable pads are still getting very, very overly used, right? And that also has to be taken care of, and that's where Padcare comes into picture. So we have developed a solution wherein we are basically recycling the used sanitary pads from various organizations and various strata of the society. So we are enabling collection, awareness, accessibility, and then eventually the disposal of it into recyclable format. So this diary is made out of sanitary pads that we have collected, right? And how we are essentially doing is that we have developed our patented 5D technology, wherein our Padcare X machine is able to disinfect, deodorize, decolorize, disintegrate, and deactivate the super absorbent polymer. So maybe if you could just move 2 to 3 slides ahead, I can just maybe show it very quickly. One more slide ahead. One more, yeah, that's it. Thank you. So what we are basically doing is we are providing Padcare vending machines, which basically solves the problem of period accessibility. We are then providing Padcare bins, which are basically able to support at source segregated collection of used sanitary pads. So these are essentially deployed at government schools, corporates, and other public locations, right? Our team, they go to the collected location, they collect these sanitary pads and they bring it to our nearest recycling station for further processing. So Padcare X is our patented 5D technology, wherein with our cytoslave formulation, we are able to disinfect, deodorize, decolorize, and deactivate the superabsorbent polymer. So what you get at the output is wood pulp and plastic. So wood pulp is then getting converted into a lot of products like these. We have a few more on our booth, so would love to show you all. Plastic is getting converted into plant pots. So we are basically enabling use of virgin material for other products and replacing it with the recycled material. So this is in the nutshell what we have with our technology. And we do provide you with impact reports which have details regarding how much carbon emission you have conserved because these pads did not end up into landfills or incineration facilities. We also give you recycling certificates, so it helps us to align with the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan goals, net zero goals entirely. So.
Okay, wonderful, Savri. I also wanted to know, since your facility right now is based out of Maharashtra and in Pune, so do you have any plans of taking it nationwide so that more and more organizations and communities can be a part of it?
Right. So, though our recycling station is currently located in Pune, but we are working in 24 cities in India. The material is currently getting collected and getting transported to our warehouse in Pune where it is getting recycled. However, recently we just got our KPCB approval from Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. So we are setting up another factory in Bangalore which we are hoping to start in another month or two. Similarly, we are also looking for a place in Delhi now. Hopefully in a year or so we'll have a recycling facility specific to this location as well.
That's wonderful to know. And my last question, quick question to you is, technology is not accessible currently to far and wide places. So are you also working on any behavioral changes?
Yes. So when we started Padcare, right, initially our entire focus was on how do we get the pads recycled. But when we did our market research, we spoke to a lot of females in the corporates, in the government schools, even homemakers, just to understand their mindset and the problems that they face. And we realized that disposal comes at the end. The problem starts right from awareness, wherein a lot of people are not even aware about the kinds of products that are available, their impact on the health, their disposal methods which are available. So we are tying up with a lot of NGO, and Hamjoli Foundation is one of them. And there are many other as well. So Ankita was also there from Bala. So we have collaborated with a lot of other organizations through whom we are conducting awareness sessions for our existing corporate partners or even the CSR projects that we do. We also do CSR projects in schools, even on ward level, wherein again we are tying up with organizations to solve this problem of awareness specifically and then integrate it with the entire recycling ecosystem that we have developed. So we are trying to close this end to end.
Thank you, Savri.
Thank you.
Quickly, I would also want to run a 1.5 minutes video for the latest innovation, or I would say an initiative by Hamjoli Foundation by the name The Period Lounge. Can you see? Yeah, oh, sorry. So this Period Lounge is basically to innovate learning experience. So usually what we have been doing and what we have been seeing there, awareness ends at information. We go there, we conduct the session, we come back within 1 hour. But most of the time there are so many things that the girls want to ask, explore, they want to touch and feel all the products. And for that we have designed this pop-up experience at schools, communities, corporates, everywhere it can be put up. And it's an experience center where education, awareness, demos, anything and everything that you can think about menstrual health and hygiene is available on this Period Lounge. So I request all of you to join hands with us and replicate in your communities, your schools and in your areas. So with this, I would like to close the session and conclude it. My heartfelt thanks to all the presenters for their valuable contribution and each one of you being a part of this important conversation. I would like to conclude the session by saying that behind every successful MHM is one thing common. Someone cared enough to say, this must change. And this is what is happening here. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone. Give it a hand. What an amazing session it was. Now, for giving the memento, I request Damodaran sir, please kindly join us on stage. I think all of you are having fun and getting some insightful knowledge about the such initiative people are getting, and on the panel discussions people are sharing their stories as well, their innovations and the problem solving thing. So I think if you have any question further for this, please feel free to ask. Either the panelist is around with you, you can ask them and you can just thoroughly go with ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it a hand for the panel head, Dr. Sania Siddiqui. Now, please requesting to proceed with Ms. Anju Bisht. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your valuable, insightful thoughts. Please give it a hand once again, everyone. Now, I request to kindly present the memento and Angvastram to Mr. Vikas Bhagaria, the founder of PSafe. Give it a hand, everyone. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your lovely presence. Thank you. Now I request kindly proceed with Mrs. Anika Vadera, the VP of Marketing, Sirona. Please give it a hand. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, all together. Now, please kindly proceed with the final panelist हमारे बीच में है. I request, give it a hand, Miss Asawari Khane, the founder member of PatCare Labs Private Limited. Give it a hand, everyone. I know it's kind of very dull situation. You're all full with the stomach and less with the energy, but I think we need to level up this time. Thank you so much, all the panelists. Thank you so much, the panel head, for giving the insightful thing. And please proceed for the group picture as well. Session, and there are the 3 sessions going on. One, in the main hall, it's going to be on the MHM for the differently able, transgender and the vulnerable communities for the during emergencies. This is going to be happening here in this hall only, and in the another hall, Zahara 1 hall, there are the top